Just a heads up for any of you that feel like you may have missed something in this broadcast you want to go back and watch, or there's something you can't make out or doesn't look clear, please come. You can see the broadcast streaming or download it in its entirety at fantasysportpros.com. All right, and we're back. It's round 3. We've got the huddle on the clock. The huddle has selected Larry Johnson, number 1 overall. They've taken Santana Moss, number 2 overall. We'll see if they decide to take another runner, another receiver, or potentially the first tight end. Let's go to the...
It's in, John. It's in.
Who's he taking?
Chester Taylor.
Oh, come on.
Okay, well, that's the first disappointment.
He must be a subscriber.
Yeah, I doubt that, but it's the first disappointment. That's a guy that I was really high on. You know, couldn't see taking him in the second round in the middle. I wanted to have him. I did not get him.
All right, moving on. Nothing we can do. This is what's going to happen in every draft. You'll see that you're never going to get all your players that you want, so you always have to have a plan B. We've got Pro Football News and Injury Report. Adam Kaplan on the clock. He's got Sean Alexander. He's got Julius Jones.
Antonio Gates.
Not a surprise. Good pick. Gates has to go early third round.
Gates is a monster tight end. In this system, when he caught 90 balls last year, 89 I think, in fact. So, I mean, in this system, he's head and shoulders above the other tight ends. You got to have him. We would have taken him in the third.
We would have taken him.
We expected him not to be there.
We'd have taken Chester
They're starting
Taylor
to come off fast and furious, John.
Nothing you can do with him.
Fantasy Guru at the 3 spot. Hines Ward, wide receiver, Pittsburgh.
Ouch.
No Anquan Bolden. I'm shocked.
Pretty surprised at Hines Ward there. Hines Ward has been a great football player. I don't know if he's been a fantasy star, although he's had a couple of great years. Ben Roethlisberger is healthy. He's back, although he did bang up his thumb the other night. But he should be okay.
I mean, he catches a lot of balls.
You know, mid-third. You know, we personally have Ward as our 17th wide receiver. We got 6 guys we'd have
Here's a
taken
guy.
sooner.
NFL.com is in. Not to cut you off, John. Dom Davis. Now, this is a guy we talked about before. Dom Davis is he's hurt. You know, he's hurt. He hasn't practiced.
Love it.
There's no timeline on when he's going to play. I didn't want to be in the position to have to take him at 3-6 because, I mean, how far could he fall? I'm glad he went off. I really want Anquan Bolden here. I can't believe he hasn't come off yet.
No, I love Dom Davis. It only helps us out get one of our players. And at number 5, we got Draft Sharks who's taking Steven Jackson in the first. He's taken Chad Johnson in the second. And he has taken Randy Moss in the 3rd round, the 5th pick of the 3rd round. Love Randy Moss. Randy Moss has won me numbers of championships.
Perfect. So we're taking Anquan Bolden here.
But I tell you,
I can't believe he's fallen this far.
I tell you, if we
are we in agreement here, or am I getting overexcited over nothing?
No, I think we got to do it. I think we really wanted Chester Taylor. We would have taken Antonio Gates. I mean, now we didn't get either of them. We told you about our tiering strategy. We have one wide receiver left in our top tier. He's our number 5 overall wide receiver. He's available in the mid-3rd round. Ian,
I'm trying to queue it up. I'm gonna make it happen. I can't spell. We've been over that. I can't count. I can't spell.
All right. So anyway, so we now have Tiki Barber in the 1st. We've got Terrell Owens in the 2nd. We have Anquan Bolden of the Arizona Cardinals.
I like it.
In the 3rd. Now the guy's going to probably catch. If he stays healthy, he's going to catch 100 balls. He's going to easily catch 10 touchdowns. He's got a great quarterback in Kurt Warner when he stays healthy. He's got a franchise quarterback in Matt Leinart behind him, who is now in camp. So in the 3rd round, I think that's pretty good value. What we're going to have to do now is struggle to field some running backs. But fortunately, as our rankings will show, we've got a bunch of running backs that we think still will have solid seasons that you can get pretty late.
It's a monster wide receiving core.
No. And we said going in, we talked about over breakfast today that we think the way to win this league is to have 2 stud wide receivers. Now, quite frankly, we'd have taken Chester Taylor if he made it, but he didn't. We ended up getting our original strategy, like you said last night, was you got to win, you want 2 great wide receivers, and we got them. We got 2 of our top 5 wide receivers and our top 5 running backs, so we can't complain at this point.
Ian Allen just chimed in on the message board that he was shocked how far Randy Moss fell. The great Randy Moss 2 years ago was the number 1 scorer in the entire system. Out of all the players, running backs, wide receivers, and now he's going in the 3rd round. I can't believe they haven't commented on Anquan Bolden, the FF Champs pick. Unbelievable value. He caught 100 passes last year.
So we have Emil Kadlec on the clock. He's got Lamont Jordan in the 1st. He has Larry Fitzgerald in the 2nd. He probably wanted Anquan Bolden, hopefully because he took our Larry Fitzgerald, although he probably wouldn't have paired him with Larry Fitzgerald. So
no way you take 2 receivers from
too
the
much
same
value,
team.
but yeah, I don't think he takes them both.
You can't do it.
So, but
if they get shut out, neither receiver of your starting receivers are both going to get shut out. You're going to lose that week.
No, he's probably figuring out if he wants to take a tight end here, maybe Jeremy Shockey, maybe Tony Gonzalez, or which question mark running back. And when you get this deep into the 3rd round, the only running backs left are there for a reason. There's a question mark. Whether are they going to get all the carries? Are they hurt? Are they any good? Are they going to be able to catch the ball in this system?
So what I'm going to start doing now on my rankings, which I've been crossing out the players, highlighting who we have here, I'm going to start circling guys at running back because the best running backs are gone. So now I want to start circling guys that I think are going to be sleepers. First guy I circled was Frank Gore, 49ers. I think Barlow may get traded. I think they really like Gore. He looked good in the first preseason game. He's a guy that I could see plugging into the starting, into the starting lineup for the team because, like I said, basically the majority of the good runners are gone. So now you got to take some chances and hopefully a guy, outplays his average draft position here tremendously.
Looks like they did. They did come to the table. They decided to take another running back, and they selected, football diehards, Ruben Drones.
Not a bad pick. I mean, again,
Guess if you want another runner, you got
you
it.
need the runners. He won't catch a ball. He'll catch 10 balls, which isn't a lot, but he'll score 10 times. 1,400, 1,300 yards, score 10 times. But they're going to throw it to other guys. They're going to throw it to Willie Green. They're going to throw it to Lee Suggs. So, in the third round, I would have went a receiver here. I would have went receiver. To pair with Fitzgerald. But, it's the way it happens in fantasy football. People panic over runners. Can't panic over runners.
Yeah, I think that's too soon. I mean, Drones is an okay football player. He's 1,000-yard rusher, 10 TDs he's had in the past. But I just don't see him putting up great numbers to get in the third when you still have some pretty decent wide receivers. But I guess there are no great starting runners left anymore. I would have rather had Willie Parker if it were me, football diehards. I think you're getting a starter. He's only got Staley behind him. But
Well, he jumped. Drones was our 25th ranked runner, and only the top 17 are gone, so he jumped 7, 8 guys there. There were some guys I would have rather take a shot on than Drones, but, again, no crystal ball.
So be it. So we have KFFL on the clock. They have not selected as of yet. They've got 2 runners, Portis and McGahee. Again, you can't start 3 runners in this league in any given week with the flex. So there's always a chance to take 3 runners. A lot of guys like to do that in case, because it is probably the most injured position in the league.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a wide receiver.
Who would you take?
We
we know who we like.
Chambers, Barres, one of those 2 guys. Roy Williams, it's probably a little too early for. Maybe Darrell Jackson.
Chris Chambers.
There you go.
There you go, Ian. Man.
I know.
So
So Chris Chambers, Miami, new quarterback, phenomenal receiver. Absolutely phenomenal receiver. They just brought in Dante Culpepper. Dante looks healthy. Dante can throw it, and Chambers has definitely proved he's one of the best in the business. I mean, he's done it with no quarterback for 3 or 4 years now. Top 10 receiver, easy, with Culpepper, if Culpepper stays healthy, of course, which is no guarantee. I mean, he blew out every ligament in his knee. It's got to hurt.
That's not a good thing.
Got to hurt.
So we have Fantasy Index on the clock. He's got Ronnie Brown in the first. He has Marvin Harrison in the second. He could be going in any direction, or you could see another tight end come off the board, maybe a little early for Jeremy Shockey, but personally love him.
I think that it's probably a little early for the tight ends. Although in this system, the big tight ends are
They're huge. They're huge.
you have to have them. I mean, you have to have them.
They're huge.
But I wouldn't be shocked if a Barres or a Darrell Jackson came off. Or maybe a guy like Joseph Adai, or people are higher on than rookie running back for the Colts. Some people are much higher on him than we are. We don't like running backs in committee situations, but, you never know.